Good morning, Wednesday, halfway through the week. Started the day off there with some strict pull-ups, one set of 3, 2 sets of 2, and then 4 singles. I just put on a weighted vest. For this here workout, or for that wee strength piece, you can build across every set in the weight. I just kept this on here, that's all I was doing today. I didn't bother loading it on up. But if you were to do this, try and increase the weight each set. So pull-ups to start the day off. Now we're going into some overhead squats. We're going to do 5 by 3s, anywhere between 80 to 85% of our 1 rep max. So some overhead squat next. Right, so that's the overhead squatting done. Now, that was like those overhead squats here today. I'm doing them at 85% of my 1 rep max. My 1 rep max overhead squat was way back, and it was 100 kilos for one single. And I think I only ever did it once, maybe twice. But that's a long time ago since I've done that. But I'm still basing my percentages off at 1 rep max. So 85 kilos for a triple. I didn't miss any lifts, but they were a wee bit messy. I noticed too that when I come up like this here, there's like a bit of a twist in my, I don't know if it's on the right side, but as I'm coming up, maybe after the second rep on that last one, I start to like rotate a bit like this. So maybe I should look about maybe like doing a bit more mobility on my shoulders, trying to get that kind of straightened out, because as I'm coming up, it rotates me a bit. But anyway, what I'm saying is, it's probably important if you're doing percentage work to test your 1 rep max fairly frequent, or like, if you're starting a cycle or something, always make sure and test it. Don't just go off your old numbers. I do that, that's just the way I do it. I just go off of my older numbers because I keep thinking in my head, well, more is better. Like, and maybe, you know, sometimes it's a bit detrimental to what I'm actually trying to do because the technique goes away, but that's just the way I end up doing things. I didn't miss any lifts at 85% now. I didn't miss any, but they just weren't like tidy. But that is what it is, really. But now, if you are doing that, especially if you're only starting out weightlifting or overhead squatting or snatching or clean, whatever it is, I would make sure you have like an accurate 1 rep max before you start doing any percentage work. Don't go based off a real old one. I think confidence over kilos is more important. Now, I would have probably walked away there with a bit of like a lacking of confidence if I had missed any of those lifts, but it actually gave me confidence I could still hit them, although they were slightly messy. But anyways, that's just my kind of 2 cents on that. I do things a wee bit unorthodox, to be honest. Like, if you looked at a textbook and was saying, Jesus, that man does not do stuff the way it's meant to be done, then that is probably correct. But that's just me, like, you know what I mean? One size doesn't fit all. So that's just the way I do it. Right, we have another workout to do now involving overhead squats. They're lighter now, 43 kilos. It's an AMRAP, 10 minutes, right, for max calories on the rower. But every 2 minutes, starting at 0, you have to do 15 overhead squats. So that's the plan, and we're going to get at that next. Oh my God, that was gassy at the very end there. 90 calories was my final score on that one. Unbroken all overhead squats every time. That wasn't no bother at all. The row, I started out nice and slow. I kept it nice and slow all the way to the very last round. I think in the last round I had like a minute 20 or a minute something, about a minute 20 left on the rower after I got the squats done. And then I just hammered it then. Well, hammered it, whatever I had left him in. But it just shows you, because when I did go that last round and I picked the pace up, had I done that from day dot, legs, heart rate, everything would be up. The overhead squats would have been way more difficult. So if you're doing that, I still get 90 calories, which is a fairly good score. I think that if you're doing that, pace the row, nice and steady, you're still going to do well as long as you're consistently moving it. It's no good in being out of breath, getting on the row, and then your cadence going way down on that, because the rows your score. Like overhead squats, nice and steady as well. If you are going to break on them, try and just break by keeping it in the back. Don't drop it, because you have to pick it back up again. But 15, you should be able to hang on. If you are scaling this workout or need to, maybe like do your overhead squats at no more than 60% of your 1 rep max, and you should be able to hang on for an unbroken set every time. But other than that, that's a good workout. Lower back gets a wee bit tight there doing them overhead squats. But that was fairly good. Right, Pat, I'll get the ball for you now. 1 wee second. Just a wee bit busy here. Oh, where to go? Well, again, like what's left of the ball. Right, that's that done, folks. We have another piece of conditioning to do here now with GHDs and farmers carries and shuttle runs. So I'll show you what we're at next. Right, so this next workout is a bit of grunt work. What we're going to be doing in it is for time 80 GHD sit-ups. We're going to change them to GHDs, 400 meter farmers carry and 20 shuttle runs. Then we're going 40 GHD sit-ups, not sit-ups, 200 meter farmers carry, 20 shuttle runs, and then 20 GHD sit-ups again, 100 meter farmers carry and 20 shuttle runs. Dumbbells are going to be double, and it'll be 2 22.5s. That's the training done, folks. Wasn't too bad of a day, in fairness. Wee bit of snatching to do now tomorrow. It's midweek Thursday, or Thursday is a rest day, but I'm going to do that snatch week 4 day 1 tomorrow, and then we'll be back to normal vlogs then on Friday. So that was a nice wee workout to finish out. Grippy, midliney, heart rate up a wee bit in the shuttle runs, but not too bad. That's it, folks. We will see you on Friday for the next vlog. Good luck.